everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And it's Tuesday night and I'm here with a sketch challenge for you. And I have to say, Tuesday nights are getting to be a little bit of a rush. I've started back to doing yoga and it doesn't finish till 5:30. So it just seems like when I get home and have dinner and then I seem to be rushing. So I'm going to have to get myself a little more organized. But anyway, I'm here. And you can, just before I forget, you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. And if you're coming in and joining me through YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll get notified when I do videos and when I either post a video or when I go live. All right, I'm here with a sketch challenge. And today I'm playing with color and textures. Hello. And so this is I think I've shared a very similar sketch in the past, but I love to take strips of paper and to just do different things with them. It's a great way to use up strips of paper. It's also a great way to show off some of the amazing colors and textures we have. So I'm going to use some really bright colors. They're kind of off the wall for me. And I have taken and used some embossing folders. So I'm going to mix up the embossing folders and mix up the colors, and hopefully this will all work out. You never know. This sketch will go live at about 7:30 Pacific. I'm just looking at the clock. So if you want to follow along, you will be able to follow along and check my Instagram or Facebook page or group, and you will find the sketch in just under an hour. All right, so here is the sketch that I'm going to play with. And as I said, I'm pretty sure I have posted a similar sketch where I've used strips of designer series paper. Hey, Becky, welcome. But this is, I'm going to do it a little bit different. So the cardstock is 5.5 by 8.5, and you'll score it at 4 1/4. And then the first layer is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So that's that kind of orangey yellowy layer in behind. And then you need 5 or so 6 pieces. Actually, I put 5 here. I think I've shown 6 in the picture, but you're going to need a bunch of pieces that vary in widths from 1/2 inch to 1 inch and lengths from 3 1/4 to 4 inches, so that you're going to arrange them across. And then your sentiment layer, I've said about 1/2 inch by 3 inch, or whatever fits your sentiment, you'll put in here. If you want to add some die cuts, you absolutely can do that. But I think I'm going to focus on just the color and the texture for my card. Okay, so like I said, I'm using some bright colors. They're kind of not colors that I typically use, at least not colors I use together, let's say that. So I am using Pacific Point, and so this is 5.5 by 8.5, and I am scoring it at 4 1/4. And as always, I use my paper trimmer with the scoring blade to give my card base a good score line, and I fold into the raised line or into the mountain to get a good crease, or to get a nice fold. And always use my bone folder to give it a great crease. Okay, so that's my card base. Now I've got a piece, and you'll see the colors I'm using here. I've got a piece of smoky slate, which is going to be this first layer that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then look at the colors. I have Blackberry Bliss, Poppy Parade, Mango Melody, and Daffodil Delight. Now, I've only got 4 colors here, but that's okay. I'm going to use multiple strips of a couple of these just to give me the number of strips that I need. What I'm going to do, I have gone ahead, and I don't know if you can see, I went ahead and I embossed using this is the Time Worn Type embossing folder. That's what I embossed that one with. This is the Hive embossing folder. This is the Bricks, I think it's called Bricks and Mortar. And then this is the Pretty Flowers that I have done on the Mango Melody. So different textures, and I am going to take these and cut them in varying strips. So I'm going to start out there. I think these are all cut 4 inches, but I'm going to trim them down. So the first one I'm going to do a 1/2 inch strip of this Mango Melody. You will have lots of cardstock left over. I just took pieces and have embossed the whole thing. If you want to just take strips, you can absolutely do that. Hey, Bendy, welcome from Calgary. I'm originally from Alberta, so it's always nice to have somebody on. So I'm going to take, this is the Daffodil Delight. I'm going to do a 3/4 inch. So as I said, just cutting strips that are varying from 1/2 inch to 1 inch. I love Poppy Parade, so I'm going to do quite a wide one and I'm going to do a second one in Poppy Parade in 1/2 inch. I'll trim these to the lengths once I've got them cut. And then my Blackberry Bliss, let's do a 3/4 inch. Let's see, that's 5. And I think I'll do one more 1 inch of Blackberry Bliss. Now, I've got lots left over, so I will have lots to make more cards with these bright colors. Now, I want a bunch of different lengths, varying from 3 1/4. So we'll do this one at 3 1/4. And this one at 3 1/2. Just kind of mixing it up here to get different lengths and different widths. And then 3 3/4. Doesn't really matter. You could use, like I said, designer series paper. You could use plain cardstock. You could use vellum. Hey, Nancy, all sorts of things that you can do with this. And so the longest is 4 inches. And then this one, let's do 3 1/2. Should I do this one? Let's just try to make sure. Okay, maybe we'll do this one 3 3/4. Trying to make the ones I have the same color on with different widths, at least not be the same length. And I think it's just these two. Let's see, how long is that one? All right, I've got to see what I've got here. So I've got that one is 3 3/4. That is 4. That as 3, is that shorter? That is 4. Just varying it up here. Okay, got a variety of widths and a variety of lengths, and I think we're good to go. Okay, so this is my piece of smoky slate. So I'm just putting these on, and they're going to kind of overlap. That one, the words, not that you can read the words, but sometimes you can see some of the letters. I'm just kind of auditioning some of these. Ooh, this one's long. Let's trim this one. Don't know how long that one was. So 4 inches might be a little bit long. So I'm just going to trim this to be 3 3/4. So you can play with this how you want to. I'm just kind of positioning these. Let's do this one in behind. Aren't these fun colors? I don't know, I just kind of grabbed. They're not really colors I use a lot, but that's okay. I'll put that one. This one I'm going to have to trim as well. That's too long. So we'll do that one 3 1/2. You could put banner ends on these. There, something like that. And then I'm just going to take and use some liquid glue. I think liquid glue will work best on these. I find when you've got the texture from an embossing folder, liquid glue kind of works the best. All right. And I'm not going to do any of them particularly straight. They'll all be at a bit of an angle. Like that. All right, let's see if I can see a letter on this one. there's no letter, then I won't worry too much. Okay, I think it goes that direction. So we'll put it like that. This would be quite pretty if you did them all the same color. So it would be monochromatic, but it would just be a very pretty card, I think. Great way to use up your scraps. Let's see. That's going. There we go. Like I said, this time-worn type, there are just a few letters you can actually pick out and read on it. All right, simple. And now we'll just adhere this on to the card base. Get my card base going the right way, because it wouldn't be the first time that I put a layer on and the card base was the wrong way around. Okay, now for your sentiment, I said, got some glue, liquid glue. I said 1/2 inch by 3 inches, and I didn't even grab a stamp set. So what shall I use for a stamp set? Let's do this one. This is the Ringed with Nature. So this is a stamp set that is in the upcoming mini catalog. It is a bundle which has a great set of dies, and there is also a coordinating set of coordinating designer series paper. These are some of the die cuts that you can cut out. It's a hybrid embossing folder, and so you can cut out and emboss these great tree rings from it at the same time. It's a really great bundle. Your Creativity Awaits for the month of, that's the one, for the month of July is based on this. So if you're interested in a monthly card kit, this is what it's based on, is the Thinking or the Ringed with Nature bundle. All right, so I said 1/2 inch by 3 inches. Really, your piece for your sentiment can be whatever fits your sentiment. And I'm just going to take and fussy cut. So I've stamped it on a scrap of basic white in Pacific Point. My Pacific Point is quite juicy. I'm just going to cut around. You follow me, you know that I like to fussy cut my sentiments out. Okay. And so we got that. Again, pretty simple card. I will use some. Hello, Ellen. Welcome. Lots of new names tonight. That's great. Glad that you are joining me. As I said, every Tuesday night at 6:30 Pacific, I jump on with a sketch for you, and my sketch will go live at, I will get posted on my Facebook page group and on Instagram at about 7:30 Pacific. So just in about 45 minutes, so you can play along. All right, these are the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems. They are part of they actually go with the Storybook Gnomes. That's the suite they're from, and that's a new suite come from the upcoming mini. They're so pretty. They're kind of etched, and they are sparkly, and they are in Pacific Point Pale Papaya. I'm not sure whether that is Sweet Sorbet or Pacific Point or Poppy Parade, and then I believe that's Pool Party. But I'm going to use these ones that are Pacific Point, just because that's what's on my card. Just to give it some bling. You got to have some bling on your card. And then I realized that I didn't. Oh, that's great. Well, you can always watch me on the replay, Ellen. I love the fact that you follow me. All right, so that's a pretty simple card. I will make an insert. I always do the insides of my cards, but in my rush to get live, I forgot to cut a piece of basic white cardstock, so I will do that later. So again, pretty simple sketch. And you could definitely do more pattern instead of texture, but I'm kind of liking all the different textures I have on this. And I could have done even more. I could have done more colors. I could have done even, you know, switched it up and done some additional embossing folders. Different ways to use up your scraps for sure. All right, let me switch back. There we go. I hope you follow along. If you're part of my Facebook group, and I'm happy if anybody wants to join my Facebook group, every month I do at the end of the month. So it's getting there. It's the 28th today. I will be doing a draw on July 1st, and we'll be sending some happy mails to some people that have posted their cards. So share your projects on my Facebook group, and you might be getting some happy mail. I love to see what everybody's working on. I will be live on Thursday night with a technique. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but it'll be a technique. So every other Thursday night, I jump on and do a technique. And then the alternating Thursday, I do a bit of a mystery challenge. Whether last week we used a picture to create a card. So I post a clue or a challenge for you, and then we get together on Thursday night at 6:30 and make that every other Thursday night. So, all right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. If you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like a catalog and you live in Canada, I'm happy to send you a catalog. All you have to do is email me or message me or leave a comment underneath, and I'm happy to send you a catalog. The new catalog is amazing, and it comes out on as of Friday, July 1st, in Canada Day. You will be able to start ordering from it. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. Happy stamping. Bye.